It's time to end this. Hello everyone, my name is Littlest, and welcome back to Ranked, the series where I rank things. Today on the chopping block, Friday Night Funkin' vs. Impostor version 4. Well, here we are. It's been a long journey, but it's finally time to end Series 1 of Ranked, and oh boy are we going out with a bang. Vs. Impostor is easily the biggest mod ever made, so of course this is how I had to end Series 1. And for those of you who haven't heard of Vs. Impostor, what, do you live under a rock? It's easily the biggest mod since Sonic.exe in terms of popularity. But for those of you who somehow haven't, let me catch you up to speed. On April 18th of 2021, a mod for Friday Night Funkin' was released, titled Vs. Impostor. Despite the fact there were only 2 songs, and said 2 songs were awful, the community latched onto this one for some reason. A version 2 was shortly released, remastering the first song, Sussus Mugus, along with adding 2 others to Red's Week. Somehow, shortly after that, a version 3 was created for the mod, expanding upon Red's Week and adding multiple new weeks and hidden songs. After the short time span between version 2 and 3, you'd think that version 4 wouldn't take that long to come out, right? Wrong! It would almost be a year and a half before we saw the release of version 4. Speaking of, this final send-off for the mod is massive, boasting over 50 songs spread across 11 weeks and the updated free play menu, an item shop where you can purchase skins and pets for boyfriend and girlfriend, a connected story with an epic conclusion, and beans! There's no way a mod could ever top it. I mean, it's got beans. Did I mention the fact that there's beans?! The project was so massive at some points that tons of songs had to be scrapped just to get it out on time. And lest we forget the countless crossovers this mod had, along with a completely new version 5 remaking all the songs from version 4 in the version 1 style. There's a reason this is one of the highest rated mods of all time. And, well, that's why I've taken on the challenge of ranking it all. Including scrapped content, version 5 stuff, and crossovers, we have a total of 64 songs to get through today, so make sure to grab a drink and some snacks, cause this one's gonna be long! I hope you're ready, because we're starting... hello?
Hi.
How long have you been standing there? Well, since you're here, you gonna help out with the list, or...
Can I talk about turbulence, please?
I mean, I guess, if you really want to.
We're cold steel in, I beg you. I will beat you to death if you don't.
I don't know about the cold steel thing, but I will let you talk about turbulence.
Thank.
Okay then. Well, now that that's out of the way, let's start, I guess? Yeah, let's do that. Vs. Impostor Ranked begins now.
5302.
No! Number 64, Actin' Sus. I've already talked about why this song is awful in length in my version 5 video, so I don't want to waste any more time on talking about this god-awful song. We should just move on. Number 63, Top 10. Can we please just get a good song?
How about you let me take this one, because I know how much you hate the meme songs.
The floor is yours.
Thank. So, this song is like Sanus in a way, except it's not a legendary 10 out of 10 supreme masterpiece that Sanus is. It's made by the best composer this community has to offer. Saster Subor, top 10 awesome, who just makes the most high quality songs known to man. It's obviously meant to be terrible, but to be honest, the fact that it's a meme makes it better than acting suspicious just because that one was genuinely trying to be somewhat good.
I still don't like it!
Okay. Anyways, the long and short of it is that it's bad. But as a meme, you know, it's fine. Number 62.
This is my video. Number 62, Alpha Mugus. This is honestly the most tragic song placement of the list. The song honestly still holds up really well, and the fact that it's over 2 years old and still slaps is a testament to how good it is. But I already talked about that in my version 5 video, and when compared to the songs of this mod, it's not too great. Still, it's the song that truly started it all, and its importance in creating this beautiful mod cannot be understated. Number 61, Insane Streamer. Now that we have the 3 joke songs out of the way, it's about time we get some quality stuff. Why must you torture me in this way?
Torture? Like Doki Doki Takeover?
Shut! So, I'm sure most of you know I don't like meme songs, and this one is absolutely no different. The song itself is just really bland, and the art isn't much better. It's also really short, only being around 2 minutes. Sure, there may be a few times where it's fine enough, but this one is still pretty bad with all things considered. I even thought about putting it under Alpha Mugus, but at the end of the day, even if I don't like this one, it's still better than a song that came out in early 2021. Number 60, Chewmate. The majority of Tumungus's songs are pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't really like any of them. They all sound really bland, and they're all short, and the art isn't that good, plus one of them is made by Saruki, so that should tell you the quality of this week.
Not only that, but they are really repetitive. Chewmate is easily the worst offender of all these, being short and very slow. It's honestly painful to replay, and even listening to it is bad. Honestly, one of the most disappointing songs of the mod, because I could see this one actually being good. It would just need a huge update. Number 59, Tumungus Tuesday. Wow, deja vu, am I right? This is really similar to the last one, but they remembered to turn RTX mode on, so that's a plus. It's really nothing special though, although what put it above Chewmate for me is the really good cutscene at the end. It's really well animated, and adds just enough to push it over Chewmate.
Animation or not, that doesn't change the fact that the song is short of Sane Streamer at only 1 minute and 30 seconds. And with the decent build-up that this one has of being so mischievous and hamster-like, it just doesn't hit well.
Yeah, but what can you do?
Make a better song.
Huh. Well, fair enough. Number 58, Room Code. This is the most forgettable song in the mod, by a long shot. I almost forgot to include it in the list. The only upsides to the song is the art. We get to fight Powers as Pico, which, while random, is somewhat fun. Powers also gets to start playing his saxophone, which, while good, isn't nearly as fun as it was in Sussus Tugus.
I don't like the charting. What's with those triple right arrows at the start when Pico isn't even singing? Like, it just makes the song just not fun to replay, like, at all.
Fair, but still, it's not nearly as much of a train wreck as some of the previous songs. Number 57, Sussy Bussy. Well, we've made it. Every song from this point onwards is pretty okay. I know, I thought we would have a few more bad ones, but nope. Anyways, Tumungus is back, and technically better than ever. The more upbeat song fits him way more, and the song itself isn't too bad. The problem stems from the fact that the song overstays its welcome. Even though it's 2 minutes long, it feels like an eternity.
This has the same issue that Megalovania has, being repetition. The song. For like 2 straight minutes of the same 3 melodies, with the boring instrumental that sounds exactly like every single other song Saruki's ever made.
I couldn't agree more. But still, it's not nearly as bad as some of the other bottom placements I've had before on Ranked. Number 56, Chipping.
So this one is weird. On one hand, the art style is nice, being slightly smaller with thicker lines, but on the other hand...
The song is short, easy, and really stupid.
Yep.
The fact that they were somehow able to make this one shorter than Chippin', which was already only a minute 20, is really impressive, and can make you see that this one's clearly worse. Although, as Y'all Letter said, the art change is actually pretty nice. The camera zooming out on the city behind them is a great change of scenery. Still, not perfect. Number 55, Oversight. God, I hate this one so much. It's not that it's a bad song, far from it in fact. The airship background is nice, and White Sprite itself is really well made. It's just that the song is slower than the previous weeks, heck, even Mando and Dilo. And when you reuse the same background 3 times in a row with no change, the song better be good. The scroll speed is also way too slow, effectively making this one of the easiest and boring songs of the mod. Easy isn't bad, but when we're already on week 3 of the mod, you've got to start getting at least a little bit harder. Have you got nothing to add to this one?
I don't have anything to say, it's just a decent song.
Wow, thanks. Number 54, Ow. This one's really odd for me. Like, we've got a funny meme song, good charting, and the song itself is actually pretty fun. But on the other hand, the background is blank, the whiplash of the song turning really difficult for no reason is odd, and the song itself is only a minute long. It baffles me that some of the songs of this mod are so short.
Oh, if you don't like short songs, you're gonna have a really big problem with this next one.
Oh, great! Number 53, O2. Hey, you guys remember Imminent Demise from Indie Cross?
I think you mean MIDI cross.
On behalf of everyone, I'm going to request that you shut it. Anyways, imagine that song, but it's Among Us. We start with Jorsaucy, and turn it over to Red Mungus after the cutscene of him killing. And when I say cutscene, I mean it in the loosest terms imaginable. It's fine, but you can basically just copy and paste the same problems I had with Imminent Demise. The song just gets worse, which is really lame. Number 52, Monochrome Impostor Mix. Well, hello there. You're not supposed to be here.
Can I have this one?
Why?
Because I've barely gotten to say anything yet.
Sure, why not?
Cool. So this is a scrap cover of the song Monochrome, Hypno's Lullaby, specifically version 1.
Did someone say Hypno's Lullaby? That mod sucks!
You put the song in just so you could say that, didn't you, though?
Maybe. Anyways, as he was saying, this one was scrapped, so we don't really have that much to go off of in terms of art. And, well, it's just alright. Again, I don't really like the mod it's from, so I already am a bit biased, and the background is blank, which is a big no-no for me. But I plan to talk more about Monochrome in a future ranked, so let's just leave this one here for another time. Number 51, Chippin'. Deja vu again, huh? Well, this one's pretty much the same as Chipping, but the song is a little better. I like the voice lines they added, since it makes the otherwise short and boring song somewhat fun. But since we already talked about most of the other things in Chipping, let's just move on. Number 50, Christmas. Holy crap, is that Logo?
Monochrome versus Impostor? This is crazy!
Indeed it is. The art style is easily the most distinct part of the song. I'm pretty sure that all the assets were made by Logo, which would explain the style shift. The name of the game for this song is Christmas, which is ironically the name of the song too. The Christmas themes are very prevalent, and while they do exactly what they're supposed to, I generally don't care for Christmas songs. They can sound good, but usually they just get ruined by overuse. Spookposter easily outshines this one. Number 49, Drippy Pop. Another forgettable one. Again, meme songs have never really been my thing, so getting one that's just kinda there isn't actually that bad. Still, it's weird.
Hey, I actually like this one.
Nah, I'm good. Again, Pico just randomly shows up, and while I got a laugh out of his drip jacket, his appearance is still very odd to me. The fact this one is based off of one of the most recognizable Among Us memes, and I still forget about it sometimes, you can clearly tell that it's not that good. Number 48, Sussus Nuzzles. I can't help but get the feeling that I've already covered this song before. Well, I guess we'll never know. Anyways...
It's song with a passion.
Well, okay then. I'm just gonna let you have this one.
I hate this song. It feels so empty and unoriginal. I don't even know how to describe it. I've never heard the original Nuzzles or No More Nuzzles or whatever it is. And like, I bet if this is made by the same creator, I wouldn't like that one either. The pixel sprites are really stiff. You can't die for some reason. And it goes on for way too long. It overstays its welcome more than Esculent does. And I didn't think they'd be able to do that. I genuinely think songs like Alpha Mugus and Top 10 are better than this. It's just, at least you're not expecting those to be good.
You done?
I guess.
Okay, good. While I don't think it's to an extent that Yoliter thinks it is, the song is quite repetitive. It's honestly pretty boring, but at times, it can be good. Not great, though. Number 47, Rivals. The only even remotely good Tamungus song. The more bouncy tone fits way more than the rest of the songs. Plus, we get the reveal that Boyfriend is an imposter at the end, which was a nice touch to end the song.
The art is still just okay.
I feel like you only chime in to be the negative one.
Don't blame me. You wrote a majority of the lines.
Fair enough, but this one's not bad. Although, it is the last Tamungus song, and since we're only at 47 of 64, Well, I think that alone speaks for itself. Number 46, Lemon Lime. It's about time we got to one of these. Yeah, I decided that while including all of version 5 was a bit of a waste, since most of them would be down here at the bottom, Jad's songs actually felt like a nice addition to really round out the rest of the list. Anyways, I've already talked a lot about this one in my version 5 video, so go watch that one if you haven't already. But the main thing I wanted to highlight as to why this one is so low is the fact that it's just really boring. There's nothing special in it, and it's pretty short overall, so not amazing. Number 45, Titular.
Oh, did you put this one so high?
I like the Henry Stickmin guy.
I'm done. Come get me when you're done with this.
Okay then. So, Henry Stickmin. It's one of my favorite franchises, so when it got brought over to FNF, I had high hopes, and boy this is good. Themes, sprites, and a few funny Megalovanias make this one really good. It's a little basic at times, but I don't care. I like this one. Unfortunately, every song from here on out is almost a masterpiece, so I had to put this one lower than I wanted to, since objectively those are better. But this one is still really good.
Are you done yet?
Yep. Oh, also, I know this one's kind of sudden, but can you take these next 3?
Why? I see the problem here, and you need to start running.
Cool. So, I'm gonna go get a glass of water. You have fun with these ones. Yeah, I'll be back. Bye.
Hehe. I have the power now, and that means I can summon the Lord and Savior, Cold Steel the Hedgehog, in the corner there, and he's just gonna be there for the next few entries. And I'm gonna get him to stay there for the rest of this. Anyways, let's move on to number 44. Number 44, we have Ashes. Oh god, we're starting off this section strong. I really like this one. I don't understand the hate it constantly gets. I like the use of the bells and the instrumental, and Maroon's voice, which I typically don't like, is used really well here. Is Magmatic better? Or Midmatic, I should say? God no. Is Boiling Point better? Why is that even a question? The chart here could use some work though. I don't like the way the slide notes are handled, and the jacks at certain points could be toned down a bit. Scroll speed should be increased, etc, etc. But yeah, I'd say that's about it for this one. Simple. I like it. Next. Number 43. Turbulence. Okay, now that Little's gone, I can finally gush over what I consider to be one of the 2 best songs in the OST. How joyful. Oh god, I love this song. It has the perfect balance between goofy and goofy. I feel like the creator of this song achieved what this fight was supposed to feel like. We were fighting this weird, frankly, horrible looking Among Us thing in the sky, and the music was all intense and serious. I feel like this song wouldn't work as well as it does, especially in a week with the name George Saucy's Jams. Who names their child George Saucy? But anyway, yeah, when this song's beat drops, you feel it. The way you slowly start singing faster along with the instrumental speeding up makes me always just so excited, start swinging my head back and forth like a bouncy ball. Number 42, Cruicide. Run as far as you like. It will not save you from the missile strikes. This is my personal top pick of the mod. Punkit.
Who is a great composer, by the way?
You need to keep running. Get running, or I'll force you. Anyways, they made this song, and I don't think the devs could have picked anyone better to make a song about this type of topic. I don't think anyone except for Punkit could take these goofy vocals that Dave has and make them express such raw emotion with just altered Among Us sound effects. What's this footage of Neurotic doing here? I have a couple of nitpicks, which I'll get out of the way first. 1. Dave is drawn worse than anything else in the mod. Like, he looks commissioned from Game Tunes for some reason. 2. Yep, that's all I got. Oh my god, this song is just perfect. It feels like a fight and trying to stop someone from being What do you mean I can't make that joke? Fine.
You done yet?
Let me go get my axe real quick and I'll get back to you on that one.
I'm just gonna thank you, sure. But there's nothing better to do but continue. Number 41, Neurotic.
Hey, I just mentioned this one. God, it feels so emotional. I don't understand how Nissan, of all composers, is able to make this one feel so good to play, but good on them.
It's still the worst Gray song, though. Don't get me wrong, it's far from bad, but the song is one of the few, actually, from the mod that feels like the chart is just spammy notes thrown in there for random difficulty. Also, I'm not the biggest fan of Gray's Week to begin with. I love him as a character, and his design is one of my favorites from the mod. It's just that I don't like the songs. It's so odd. Nissan made 2, technically 3, songs for this mod, and they all have a huge variety in quality. One is one is good, and the last one is godlike. I will say, the intensity is a nice change of pace for the song, but it's still just an okay song at the end of the day. Number 40, Mando. Yo, it's my boy Yellow! This is easily the most whatever song in the mod. It's not bad, but not great either. It's just kind of in that weird middle ground, where the quality is good, but everything else is just so much better from the mod. It's like the Snake Eyes of this mod. Not bad, but not the best, by any stretch of the imagination. It's a shame, too, because I actually like the more swing-like take this song has. Also, I know it technically doesn't count, but the way the teleporter is just kinda there, and that's how you unlock the Henry Stickmin week, is perfect. The chart is fine, and really does get that balance of easy and hard that I like songs to have. But, at the end of the day, it will always just be okay. Number 39, Pink Wave. And here we have the Mando of Pink's week. Let's start with the good stuff. The visuals are honestly my favorite from the entire mod in this week. The light tone really gives off a different feeling, completely separate from the darkness that Gray's week was. Also, Pink's vocals are easily my favorite of the main weeks. They sound so different, which helps to make Pink's week feel more distinct. My biggest issue is that...
Fluffy hairs is just sort of mid.
Kind of, honestly. See, I like their music just fine, but it's nothing too special. The reason this one's below the other major song they made is due to the charting. It is really bad here. So much so that I could honestly call it one of the worst charts of the mod. The ending of the song is really fun though, with the little transition into Pretender, which don't worry, we'll cover later, being pretty good. But the terrible charting definitely makes this one lower than I'd like it to be. Number 38, Torture. Hey, it's these guys again. This is another one of those whatever songs. It's not bad, but there's nothing too crazy. The chart is fine, the 2 cutscenes in the song are nice, and the addition of the stressed out sprites for Ziffy are nice, kinda like the Urple Guy death sprites. They didn't need to be there, but I like that they're here. I think these 3 songs would have worked so much better if the 2 chippings were expanded and they were made into a bonus week, sorta like Logo or Tomungus. But now, we've just got an okay batch of songs. Number 37, I don't know. Kiwi Quest, my beloved. So, this one's, well, I don't know how to describe it.
I'm going to beat you to death with a hacksaw if you ever do that again.
Anyways, there isn't much to say about this one. It's simplistic, the song and chart is top-notch as per usual, but the lack of interesting, well, anything besides I don't know himself really drags it down a bit. I love this one a lot for no reason, but obviously it is nowhere near the best. Number 36, Monotone Attack.
The entire continent of Australia is going to attack you if they see this placement.
Yeah, I know. So, dev songs. They're always a nice treat to have in mods, especially huge ones like this. The chromatics for everyone sound pretty good here. Also, the setting is really funny. A lot of the devs just chilling at what appears to be a McDonald's sounds like a cool and actually plausible scenario. The ghost notes are also a fun mechanic too, appearing when you and your partner sing at the same time. They can keep you on your toes, although it doesn't save the fact that the chart is not great. I swear, this mod either has perfect charts or really bad ones. It is really bizarre. Number 35, Greatest Plan.
This is the greatest plan.
Anyways, Greatest Plan. This is another one I really like. Actually getting to play as Henry against Charles is great, and the fun chart and song go hand in hand here. But, just like Charles tends to be, I find this one a bit overrated. Don't get me wrong, it's really fun. Just, the other 2 Henry songs have way more to them. Oh god, it's time.
Time for you to admit you're wrong to say that DD Takeover isn't the best mod of all time?
Nope, not that. It's time for the biggest shocker of the list. Number 34, Esculent. This one used to be above Insane Streamer, so what the heck happened?
You finally embraced the Nissan moment, Littlest.
Haha, very funny. But, yeah, I have to admit this one's pretty good. I still agree with the fact that it is way too long and overstays its welcome, but the good definitely outweighs the bad here. The art is honestly phenomenal here, with Brown honestly being a top contender for my favorite design in the mod. Also, while it's much too long, the song itself actually sounds really good.
Don't forget, like I said, it's a certified Nissan movement.
Yeah, this song single-handedly spawned a meme in my chat where literally everything and anything is a Nissan moment. It's really thanks to the chat that I like this song, so congratulations, you win. I like it now. Number 33, Needle Mouse. Wait, what's that sound? Oh crap!
Hey dude, I found this car. Well, I guess I'm doing the next couple since he's out of commission for the moment. Anyways, 33, Needle Mouse. Okay, Littlest and I have made it very clear by this point that our opinions are very different, but come on. Really, dude? I love this song. It does a perfect job at managing to switch different styles of music in the same song without coming off as too try-hard-ish. I feel like if the song was in bass Impostor in some capacity, people wouldn't really mind it. I mean, Impostor were humans today, and look at how that one turned out. But okay, bad example. I really don't have much else to add about this one. It's just a really good song. Number 32, Delusion. I'm gonna commit a war crime. I hate this song with a passion. It is one of the first songs from this community I have ever heard that I can safely say I genuinely despise. I genuinely think it's the worst song in the mod. Worse than Actin' Sus, worse than Alpha Movies, worse than Top 10. If Impostor V5 was included, it would be worse than Lights Out. Fluffy Hairs is just a very mid composer in my opinion. Sure, they've made things like Jingle Hells and, well, Jingle Hells, but I would expect them to make something better than this absolute dribble. God, I'm cutting this review short. The song doesn't deserve as much time as I've given it. Number 31, Stasis Tugas. I really like this one. I feel like it's incredibly well composed, unlike the last trash I talked about. Power saxophone solo is easily the best part. Its little head bops at the beginning are adorable, and the rest of the song is a banger too. While Mugus goes for a more unconvincing lie approach, this song goes for the way too energetic approach. Red has an echo, but Green just cuts off, and he's the only Among Us in this mod who does that. It bugs me. That's all I have for this one.
Did you hit me with a frickin' car?
No.
Yeah, that doesn't sound trustworthy at all. But can we just continue now?
No.
But why not?
No.
What?
Okay, bye. Gotta go. Bye. See you later. See you after reg.
I am so confused, but you know what? Let's just hope he comes back eventually, cause I'm pretty sure he still has my car keys. Anyways, now that Mr. Y'all-Letter just vanished for some reason, we may continue onward with your regularly scheduled ranked, starting with number 30, Who. Oh boy, am I glad Y'all-Letter just left for this entry. He isn't too fond of this one, but as for me, I love it! So, a bit of context, this is based off of the fan animation by Mashed titled Who Killed Noob 69. And it's really well translated into Funkin. Sure, the charting is a little obnoxious when they're not just speaking normally, but the fact that the chart is solid at all is surprising. Holy crap. I think they actually did it. They made the perfect meme song. I didn't think it was possible, but they did. The really good art and fun little cutscenes at the end definitely adds a lot to the overall effect, and it really shows how they cared so much about the source material and how the song turned out. Is it a song that I would really listen to that much in my free time? Not really, but still, one of, if not the best meme songs I have ever seen. Number 29, Reactor. The lighting in this song is easily the best part. I'm just gonna say that immediately. The advanced effects they put on both Green and Boyfriend look amazing. Being practically a B-side version of Red's songs, I was hoping Green would surpass those original songs. And while I think they did a good job with this one, I still think Meltdown is better, and that's mostly due to the fact that the chart is awful. I've said before that songs with unnecessarily spammy and difficult charts just don't stick well with me, and unfortunately that happens a lot in this song. It's still an excellent chart, don't get me wrong, but the spam at times feels kinda forced. Number 28, Spookposter. This one is very similar to Reactor in the fact that the chart has way too much going on to be coherent. The difference, however, is that unlike in Reactor, they actually went all out and gave this one of the hardest bass charts you could possibly have, which makes playing this one a joy. The stylized art from Christmas is back, although Logo has fully transformed into a parasite form? I think? I mean, I don't really know what it is, but it looks spider-like, so I'm just gonna call it a parasite form. The difficulty of this song really just makes it a treat to play, and the dim lighting makes this really eerie, shockingly enough. Number 27, Unknown Defeat. I didn't get to talk that much about Needle Mouse due to, well, let's just say unfortunate events, but now I can talk about what I think of the Wednesday's Infidelity songs. Y'all later did a pretty good job mentioning the charts, theming, and style of the songs, but what I want to mention is the visuals. They are amazing, having a black and white filter over everything. The stylized boyfriend and girlfriend from Wednesday's Infidelity really does help add to the song. Of course, the combination of both Defeat and Unknown Suffering from Wednesday's Infidelity is really cool, although albeit lesser than both of those songs. Still, one of the best crossover songs in any Friday Night Funkin' mod. Number 26, Victory. Remember how I've said before that I like encore songs? Well, this one kinda counts, although less grand than I would like it. Warchief, Joker, and Jorsaucy all getting a spotlight here is really nice, although I would have liked to see Red Mungus somewhere in the song instead of being relegated to the background. By far the coolest part of the song, though, is how the charting and stats are handled. It's much slower than most charts, which you'd expect since you've won the game. However, not only is it slower, the score and note misses aren't kept, which is a really nice touch. Oddly enough, the score is still kept, which I always found weird, but who cares, you won. Number 25, Sussus Mugus. Well, here we are, the song that quite literally started it all. I am in shock that a song made it from 2021 is able to still slap so hard. Anyways, as for everything else, it still holds up pretty well. All the art has been updated, and quite well, might I add. You can really tell where you're at on Polis, and special shout out to Red Sprites for being some of my favorite from the whole mod. Obviously, it's a bit too easy and slow for my taste, but with it being the first song and everything, I can definitely let that slide. If only there was a song that improved upon it a lot. Number 24, Sabotage. Hey, would you look at that? Two of Red's songs are back to back. The majority of what I said can be applied here, minus the music part. Speaking of said music, I like the more mysterious and sinister take it goes for. I don't mind this one being slow since again, it's one of the first songs, and that's what the devs were intending to do, so it's pretty nice actually. The little addition of Girlfriend coming back as a ghost is great, and the addition of her body just laying there the whole time, not despawning, is quite the cool touch. If only there was a song that expanded upon this already fun idea! Number 23, Meltdown. Yes, I did in fact just put all of Red's songs back to back. You can basically again copy and paste everything from the previous two entries, but there's a lot more going on here to really justify its existence. Not only does Red get nervous sprites, since, well, he's facing off against a literal ghost, but we also get a massive crowd of beans watching the song play out. The song as a whole is really catchy, with the little reprise of Mugus at the end of the song being really solid. That's basically what I can say about Red's week as a whole. All three songs are extremely solid. There's nothing over the top about them, but there's definitely nothing bad either. They are a really good introduction to the rest of the mod. Number 22, Lights Down. So, remember back in my Doki Doki Takeover ranked video, I said that Catfight was the best song to play purely based off of the chart? Well, just copy and paste that to here. There are so many sections where you just go on massive runs, which are easily my favorite segments in all of Friday Night Funkin'. The light sabotage mechanic is also really clever, and I'm honestly surprised this is the only song it's been seen in. I figured it would have been a shoo-in for Gray's Week at the very least. This is also probably the best B-sideification any of Green's songs have had. It feels like an evolved version of Sabotage, which is really the goal for all of Green's Week, so good on them. Number 20 and 21, Chlorophyll and Inflorescence. Yep, these two are still tied. I really just could not decide which one was better. Again, go watch my version 5 video for a more in-depth review, but just for the sake of this video, Chlorophyll is a much more laid-back and almost soothing song, while Inflorescence is much more upbeat and quick. They both have great charts and visuals, although the old Cade engine physics are really what hold these ones back from greatness. Still, they are a really great time and both amazing songs in their own right. Number 19, Blackout. Everyone always fights over whether Delusion or Neurotic is better, but for me, Blackout easily wins. The vocals are what set it apart for me. They have such a different tone, but they honestly work way better than Gray's newer ones do. The song also has a balance of difficulty that's way better than the other two in Gray's week, being more difficult than Delusion, but never feeling full of spam like Neurotic. The only other thing I can add that I haven't already mentioned in Blackout is Gray's own chart. He has way more notes than Boyfriend, which just builds upon the character that y'all are gushed about during Neurotic. That extra spice it adds may not be necessary, but it's little touches like those that brings a mod from good to great. Number 18, Sauce's Moogas. Yo, is that Saster? Anyways, Sauce's is a good song. It's got Gray and Saster in the background, which is cool. Chefungus' voice being a trumpet is honestly a really neat idea that should have been done more by now. What am I even supposed to say here? It's Impostor's usual level of quality with a Saster song on it. Saster is obviously a top composer of FNF, and almost all of his songs are masterpieces, so there isn't really much I can add. It's just a really, really good song. Number 17, Armed. I honestly never expected to like this one as much as I did. Heck, I used to hate it. I thought it was overrated and way too long for its own good. But now, man, I was wrong. The vocals are amazing in this song, which is to be expected, since if you guys didn't know, the devs got the samples for Henry's Reek straight from the creators of the game. It is honestly a really cool story, and is what I believe to be the first time a mod is backed by an actual studio. As for the rest of the songs, it's really intense, which I like to see. They really nailed Right Hand Man's sprites, with his robotic form actually having some references to completing the mission. Fanservice is always a great way to get me invested in a song. Number 16, Magmatic. Y'all letter said that this one was worse than Ashes. He is also very much insane. I think the only part of this song I dislike is the chart. It can occasionally be a little but overall, it's not too bad. The rest of the song is a complete banger though. Maroon's voice here is perfect, even better than it is in Boiling Point in my opinion. Impostor really nailed showing personalities in the sprite, which is very true here with Maroon. His poses are pretty much perfect, with special shoutouts to the little eye twinkle he gets at the end of the song. It was completely not necessary, but I really do like it. It's honestly just a vibe of a song. Number 15, Heartbeat. This one is so chill. After the frenzy that was Gray's week, having such a nice and peaceful song was a great choice to introduce us to Pink. I think that this is really where Pink's vocals get to shine, thanks in part again to Saster making such a banger of a song. The sweet heart effects are nice, the charting is superb, and I mean, what else could you ask for a song? While it may not have as much stuff going on as the top few, this one is easily one of the best songs of the mod. Number 14, D-Lo. This one is made by Funkin. Moving on. Just kidding! As I said previously, this one's made by Funkin, who, if you didn't know, is probably my favorite composer at the moment. While Saster may be good, and I love some people like Zero and KiwiQuest, Funkin has just never missed a beat when it comes to making a song. I love every single one he's ever made. Anyways, speaking about actual D-Lo, this is a massive step up in quality from Mando. While that one was a neat concept, the more energetic and fast song fits Yellow so much more. This one is up there with Lights Down for being my favorite chart of the mod. It's just so much fun to get the rhythm of it. Yellow just sort of dying at the end is also great, with it setting up Oversight quite well. Also, the instrumental in this one honestly surprised me a lot too. How would I know this? Well, if you haven't watched my streams recently, I actually have it set as my phone's ringtone. Yep, my ringtone is the instrumental of a song from a Friday Night Funkin' mod based off of Among Us. I don't know whether to be amazed or terrified that this is what my life has become. Number 13, Defeat. Are we really surprised that this one's so high up? It is tied with Moogas for being the most iconic song of the mod. There's just so much going on with this song. We go from a dark void filled with red light to the addition of tons of dead crewmates and even a couple of boyfriends, which then turns into a flashback to version 3, which is my favorite part of the song, by the way. And then back to normal where Black goes ham on you. The feeling of the song is intense, which can be felt in both the chart and mechanics. There is no special type of note, there's no health drain, nothing special. It's just a straight battle between you and Black, and the fact that you only get a certain amount of misses can definitely add to the stress that this song brings. There's a reason that Black is the main antagonist of the mod. Number 12, Pretender. The dynamic here is so good. The gimmick that a peaceful imposter is facing off against a crewmate turned killing is probably the best idea in the mod, which is reflected by the song itself. Remember what Y'all Letter said about Neurotic? Well, honestly, I could say the same about this one. It's intense, sure, but the main thing I get from it is the feeling of being trapped, in a way. The way Gray's scratchy vocals reflect against Pink's sweet voice, the lighting being darker than anything else from Pink's week, and the chart being a mix of easy and hard truly makes me feel this one. Number 11, Triple Kill. The true Nissan moment. The cover of Triple Trouble honestly fits in pretty well with the rest of Impostor's soundtrack. I know most of the assets for this one were lost, so I can't touch much on them, but seeing what fans have created for this song, it's truly special. Black controlling the trio of Pink, Gray, and Maroon is too fitting, and the newer version of the song remixes some of the lines to be references to other songs in Impostor, which was a great touch. Does Triple Trouble being a banger help bring this one up? Sure, but either way, this one's good. So good, in fact, that I probably would say this is my favorite version of Triple Trouble ever made. Number 10, Danger. What a way to start off our top 10. The visuals here are pure eye candy. The clouds and airship in the background are my favorite pieces of art from the entire mod, with Identity Crisis being a close second. The best part of the actual song easily has to be Black's transformation into his full imposter form. Not only are his big teeth and giant glowing eye really fun here, the music easily steals the show. It's so intense, but in a way that's really hard to replicate. So much so, that I believe only one remix of this song did it right, which ironically enough was made by Rareblin, the person who made the OG Danger. While I'm sad that we aren't ever going to see a hotfix for this mod, I'm happy that that version wasn't added to this mod, since I dislike it way more than the one we have now. Seriously, Nissan, come on, do better, man. But, to sum it all up, this song is perfect. Number 9, Finale. It's weird going from Black's first song to his last, but what can you do? Now then, the start of this song is perfect, having the opening flashing back through previous locations of the mod. It honestly gives a sort of fulfillment, if you will, like you've truly made it through a grand journey. But, once the music drops and the screen turns dark, we finally get to see Black's true Parasite form, and it is easily my favorite of said Parasite forms. The giant teeth, the horns that go through his iconic traffic cone, and the knife with, for some reason, a weird looking eye on it, all adds to the fact that Black is the most powerful foe from this entire mod. The song and the chart are great too. The intense feeling that's present is truly something special, although the difficulty is a little disappointing. Considering some of the previous songs, especially Defeat, you'd think this one would be more difficult, but nope. It's not a huge deal, but I was really hoping for a difficult finale for the final send-off of the mod. Number 8, Ejected. That cutscene at the start, man. It sets the tone for the song really well. Speaking of said song, it's really good. Just like Reactor, there are a few times where the chart has a bit too much spam in it for my liking, but I'll let that slide here since Parasite songs are typically really hard. The real kicker is the background constantly moving. While I think it's a nice effect, it makes actually seeing the notes kind of hard, making this song way more difficult than it should be. I know that these are small nitpicks in the grand scheme of things, but what can I say? I love this song. Green's Parasite form, while weaker than a few others, is still really well designed. The weird tentacle things are a bit odd, but honestly fit quite well. It's a pretty good song overall, with a few minor flaws holding it back. Number 7, Boiling Point. This is it, the cream of the crop in terms of songs. I don't have a single thing I dislike about these next 7 songs. Starting off strong, we have Boiling Point, my personal favorite Parasite song. Technically, but we'll get to that. The wavy fire effects help add a bit of flair, get it? To the song. Maroon's voice may be a bit worse than it is in Magmatic, which makes sense since this was made by Ethan the Doodler instead of Rosebud, but they still sound nice here. I know I just gushed about Black and Green's Parasite form, but I can't help but do it again. It's very similar in design to Green's Parasite form, having the horns and big teeth, but it swaps out the weird tentacles to spider-like spike, which looks a whole lot better in my opinion. The song itself surprised me too, changing things up halfway through into a slower, almost swing-like section. It helps spice up the song and turns an otherwise pretty decent song into a perfect finale for Maroon's Week. As you all may have known, we did a tournament recently on my Discord server, which you should totally go join, and this song actually ended up winning the entire thing. It's kinda shocking, cause I don't think it's the best song, but you know what? It deserves a shout out for that one. Number 6, Double Trouble. I love this song so much. I alluded to this fact in my version 5 video, but Double Trouble is easily one of my favorite songs created for the mod. Heck, in Friday Night Funkin' of all time, which is why I was so sad to hear it was scrapped. I won't let that stop me from loving it though. A lot of files were still intact, so fan recreations were very easy to find. Red and Yarlamondo, the adopted child of Yellow if you didn't know, hanging on for dear life while Green's parasite form is completely unchanged is really funny to me. The song easily steals the show though. It's like a remixed version of Double Kill, which don't worry, we'll get to, despite the fact that this was technically the original version of that. Many of the same themes and vocals from that song are transferred over here, albeit with slight tweaks to keep it fresh. The best part of the song, however, is when they ditch the Double Kill stuff and reprise all of Red/Green's songs. Mugus, Tugus, Sabotage, Lights Down, Meltdown, and Reactor get a spotlight here. I love encores, and this section just sounds so good. And the spot near the end of this section with Ejected and Green just is so good. If I could choose for one song to be put back into Impostor, I would easily go with this one. It is just so godlike. Honorable mentions? Everything. This community is massive. There are so many songs that were scrapped from Impostor or just made for fan mods that I wish I could have included, but if I did, we'd be here all day. Some of my favorites, though, are Versus Impostor B-Sides, Impostor Alternated, Impostor Humans Again, and Deloing. I've played most of these on stream, so if you haven't already, go check those out. This is honestly the most fan-made stuff I've seen for a mod since Sonic.exe, so kudos to everyone out there making fan songs. They're all great stuff, and I hope to see a lot more out there from you all. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention all of the music in this mod that aren't technically songs. Like the menu music, all the little cutscene musics that are included, and of course, Sussa Sendus, made again by the godlike Punkette. They are all so good, and while I couldn't really include them in the ranking because they're not traditional songs, they are still so great. But, with that being said, we've officially made it to the top 5. I hope you all are ready, because we've officially reached peak Friday Night Funkin'. Number 5, Reinforcements. I mean, what's not to love about this one? Henry's back, and unlike in Titular, the song is way more lively and upbeat. The pacing is also really good here, with the chart probably being one of the best in the mods. But, about halfway through, Charles drops off Ellie into the battlefield, and the song officially becomes a 2v1. Ellie's vocals sound a little bit off, but besides that, this duo is great. Constantly being one verse behind adds just that little bit of variety to make this one go above and beyond. Sadly, this is the last Ethan the Doodler song on the list, but it's a dang fine one to end on. Major props to him, by the way, since he composed like half of the OST for this mod, and almost all of them are bangers. Number 4, Stargazer. Is it a crime to put this one so high? Yes. Am I going to do it anyways? You betcha! While the art may not be as top-notch as a lot of the other stuff in the mod, and sure, the engine physics suck, I literally do not care. This song is literally my second favorite song from all of Friday Night Funkin', and that alone makes it deserve this spot. For the last time, if you haven't already watched my version 5 video, go do that. I explain why I love this song so much more in that video, and I don't want to repeat myself, so if you haven't, just please go watch that video. Number 3, Voting Time. Again, does this one deserve to be up so high? Yes. Yes, it does. Voting Time is way too godlike for its own good. The music slaps thanks to Punkette once again making the song. The way Warchief, Boyfriend, Red Mungus, and Jelker all get to sing without feeling overused, and the ghost notes are here too from Monotone Attack, this is truly a full package. Said ghost notes are handled way better in my opinion, since the chart isn't full of spam, so it makes it feel more fair. I like the cinematic bars too. They add just that little bit of intensity that really rounds out the song. If you want to hear a true banger though, go look up Rareblin's remix of this song. Not only does it go just as hard there, but in said remix, Turbulence is fixed. If that version of Turbulence were in the mod, I might have even put it in the top 10. It's seriously that good. But, for what it's worth, the song from the base mod is still perfect. Number 2, Double Kill. As per usual, these last two were extremely close. But, after thinking it through, Double Kill is definitely second. The song is jam-packed full of moments that I couldn't possibly choose which one was the best. Not only is the bass of the song inspired by Double Trouble, but the new moments fit in so well, whether it be the reprise of Oversight, Danger, and Mando, the intense speed-up that makes the song really hard, or the ending where it's just you versus Black, similar to the beginning of Defeat. I mean, what else can I really add? The chart is phenomenal, the difficulty is just right, and the art is about as top-notch as the mod gets. Wait, are you telling me this one also got a Rare Blend remix that adds new parts to the ending and is way better? Sign me up. Number 1, Identity Crisis. Wow, who could have seen this one coming? If you've been following the channel for a while, you might have already seen this one coming. I've said for a while that this song is the best of the mod, and somehow my thoughts haven't changed one bit. The song is epic, with Monotone over here shape-shifting into red, green, and black respectively. I like how they went out of their way to design new backgrounds for both green and black, not just reusing their OG backgrounds. I think the song being as slow as it is actually works to its benefit, allowing the song to be a more cinematic and mysterious take. Also, this. This guy right here is my top pick for the best design of the mod. His voice is my personal favorite of the mod as well, and the shading in contrast to his glowing eye goes oh so well together. The shading in really everywhere is great, to be honest. The opening and close of the song is great too, with the chilling line, "Count your seconds, I will end you," to be perfect. And the closing just being Boyfriend slowly fading to be the best ending I've personally ever seen for a song. At this point, it doesn't even feel like an FNF song. It's that godlike. My only problem with this is that I would have liked a bit more. I wish Monotone had shapeshift into more than the 3 we just got. However, as I've said before, if the only problem with a song is that you want more of said song, then it's clear that you've succeeded in creating a masterpiece. Well, there you have it. All of Versus Impostor ranked. This one has been a lot to work on for me. After I finished making the Hatless video, I thought I would have time to rest, but nope! I had to finish this long video. But, after 100,000 words, tons of songs, and a few special cameos, we've finally made it. This is officially the end of Ranked Series 1. I plan to make a video in the near future on outtakes / behind the scenes stuff with every video from Series 1, but besides that, we only have the future to look forward to. I plan to take a break from Ranked, at least for a couple months, since that was really all I've been doing this year. I'll still have plenty of content for you. I would say look forward to the streams and Cuphead co-op videos I have planned, but after the 1-2 punch that was Hatless and this, I need a break to mentally repair myself and plan out Ranked Series 2, and oh man, it's gonna be crazy. Not only have I got quite a few mods I plan to rank, I also want to try and expand this to other game franchises and see how well that goes. It's gonna be huge. But, with that said, I think all I've got left are...
I return!
Oh my god, he actually showed back up. I'm amazed.
Well, I had to return your car keys or else I'd go to prison for child theft.
Oh. Well, thanks for that, I guess. Anything else, or did you just show up because you felt like it?
Yes, I am here to, no, it says here in the script I'm supposed to change you back from an Among Eye to, a human, whatever that is.
We don't break the fourth wall here on the Littlest Gamer channel. But, so you're actually gonna try and fix this?
Yeah.
Okay then, I mean, go ahead, I guess I've been stuck like this since the beginning of May. I would really appreciate not being it anymore.
Alright, here goes nothing. And a 1, and a 2, and a pow!
Well, I mean, I am back to normal, but this feels a little off.
Yeah, I think let's update that a bit. That hair is terrible.
Agreed. Let's move on to another try.
Nope. That is way too old.
I have green hair! Since when have I had green hair?
Come on! Yeah, that doesn't look...
Stop! I actually like this one a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it may not be what I usually look like, but it feels more like me. Plus, I finally don't look out of place with other human characters. I mean, have you seen my Doki Doki Takeover thumbnail? I mean, you've got, like, Monica and the other girls, and me.
Well, I'll be the first to say that I like it. So do we end the video now?
Yep. So, all we've got left are a few little announcements, so if you don't really care about those, I thank you for your time. But if you are staying, I have a couple things to say. Firstly, what do you guys think of the new look? This thing has been in the works ever since the Seeks Cool Deltarune mod video came out, so it's nice to finally get to see it come to fruition.
Yeah, I have to say your old design was... Play welcome old here.
Fair enough. Anyways, moving on to my next point. Dang. The recent support for, well, everything has been incredible recently. I was really scared when I started the 5-year anniversary stuff, since I figured that all the non-FNF stuff would really flop. But it's actually managed to do pretty well, sometimes even outcompeting the FNF stuff, especially the Hatless video. It's been so nice to see all of you stick around for the other videos that I've been doing. Next.
Go subscribe to me, I make the content.
I was getting there,
Please.
but... thanks for interrupting me!
You are very welcome, old.
But, yeah, this guy has been a great help in making this ranked really come to life, so go subscribe to him, I guess. But, with that being said, I think it's finally time to end all of this. It's been amazing doing ranked for this past year, so thank you all. If you like this content, why not subscribe? We are so unbelievably close to hitting 500 subscribers, and it would literally mean the world to me to hit.
You should also go join the Discord. We hold, like, tournaments and stuff, and I draw a thing with Littlest, and it's pretty swaggers.
Yeah, the Discord has been really fun. I've also decided to start putting everyone who's in the Discord at the end of every video, so there's a reason to join it. You'll get to be in my video. However, with that all being said, I thank you all for watching and hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye!
Bye.